Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa, and I'm glad that you're here today because we are canning raspberry jam. A couple of nights ago, my sister had called me and said that they had picked 8 cups of raspberries from their property, and she wanted to know if I would can them and make some jam. And of course, I love to can, so the answer was a definite yes. And so I'm just going to kind of walk you through what I did. I'm not an expert canner. I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm just going to show you what I did and hope that you guys enjoy the video. So right now, the first thing I did was I soaked the berries in vinegar water for about 10 minutes, just trying to kill off any bugs. And then I gave it several thorough rinsings to get rid of debris and stuff like that that was in the berries. And so I wanted to get them good and clean, and then I'm going to get the rest of my ingredients together, which included 6 cups of sugar, a fourth of a cup of lemon juice. You can use bottle juice, and then a cup of water, and then a 2-ounce pack of pectin. I used Sure-Jell. So I'm getting all of my ingredients together, and then I'm going to get started on the cooking process. I'm also preparing my jars. I went ahead and washed those up, and then I'm going to put them in the water bath canner and start boiling that water so that my jars get nice and hot, because when this jam goes into the jar, it's piping hot. So you want to make sure that your jars are very hot as well. And then I'm going to get my rings and my lids in some the pot, and I'm going to bring those to a boil. I don't do this when I pressure can. Typically, I don't. But when I water bath can, I do like to sterilize my lids and my bands really well. And then that also helps the glue on the lids to adhere better to the jars. And so now it's time to get everything going and get everything started. So I put all 8 cups of berries into the pot. And then I'm going to add my fourth of a cup of lemon juice and my 1 cup of water. And then I'm just going to stir this up, and then you want to bring it to a rolling boil, and then you will boil it for 10 minutes. This has actually inspired me to do more jams and jellies, because last year was my first year canning and I didn't really do a whole lot of jam. We always, every spring, do strawberry freezer jam at my father-in-law's house. And then I also made, at Christmas time, to give away as gift, I made a Christmas spice jam. And that was made with cranberries and strawberries. And oh my goodness, it was so good. It's my favorite. So I'm actually going to try and work on some more recipes. I still have peaches left over. If you saw my other canning video that I just uploaded a couple days ago, I have a plethora of peaches. So I'm going to try some peach jam, and then I'm also going to try some peach strawberry jam. So we'll see how that goes. But after your raspberries have boiled for 10 minutes, you want to take a potato masher. I use my immersion blender, and you just want to blend it up really well. And then you're going to strain it into a fine mesh strainer. If you like the seeds in your jelly, you can skip this part. But she wanted some seedless jam, not jelly. And so I am putting it in this strainer, and I'm just going to run it through until I can get all of the juices out, and the rest of that stuff I'm just going to dump in the trash can. But there are still seeds that get through this process, so you may have to do it a second or even a third time. I just did it a couple of times, and the second time you'll see here in a minute, I used cheesecloth to kind of help catch any seeds and stuff that was left over. So I'm just pouring this over the cheesecloth, and then here in a minute I'm going to wrap the cheesecloth up, and then I just use my wooden spoon to press the liquid out of it, and then you get a really rich color from the berries, and then it's time to start your gelling process. At this point, you want to add your 2-ounce packet of pectin. Like I said, I use Sure-Jell. You can get pectin or you can, well, I wouldn't use clear gel in this recipe. That's more for like a pie filling or something. But I used the Sure-Jell. I'm gonna mix the Sure-Jell in, and the wooden spoon wasn't getting it good for me, so I moved over to a whisk. And once all of your gelatin has dissolved, you want to bring this up to a boil. When it comes up to a boil, you will add your 6 cups of sugar. So here I'm going to add my sugar here in just a second. And after you incorporate your sugar and the sugar has melted, you want to bring the liquid up to a rolling boil, something that cannot be boiled down. And all that means is if the water's boiling and you're stirring it and it's still bubbling all around, then that is a rolling boil. It will not, you can't cause it to stop boiling through stirring it. And so this is a process. This does take some time, and you want to be vigilant in it because you can easily and very quickly scorch this, and you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure you're standing by the stove and doing a constant stir. So here it looks, that color is so beautiful. The sugar is melted, and now we're just trying to get it up to a boil. Once it does come to a rolling boil, you want to boil it for 1 minute, and you still want to be stirring it. See how it's boiling a little bit there? When I stirred it, it kind of stopped. Now we're getting to a rolling boil when I'm stirring it, and it won't stop boiling. So you're going to set your timer for 1 minute. And after 1 minute, take it off of the stove, and then you're going to get all your jars and stuff set up. So I'm going to set this off onto the other counter, and I'm going to get all of my jars set up. And then I'm going to start filling my jars, and you want to leave a 1/4 of an inch headspace. And be careful when you're doing this because the jam liquid is very, very hot. Very, very hot. It will burn. It could do some damage to your skin if you were to accidentally spill it on you. So be very, very careful, but get it filled all the way to the top for 1/4 of an inch. And this recipe actually filled exactly 7 jars, 8-ounce jars. And then after I get all of my jars filled with the jam, I made a huge mess on this towel and on the outside parts of the jars. So I actually take a little bit of water, paper towel and water, and I try to get my mess cleaned up, especially off the jars, so that I can, finish prepping them for the water bath canner. So I'm just cleaning off all the jam, and then I'm going to get them onto another towel, and then I will debubble, and I will put the lids on, and then put the bands on. You only want to do it fingertip tight. Don't do it too tight because you could cause it to explode. That happened to me the other day inside the canner. I just knew when I opened that canner it was going to be full of broken glass. It wasn't. Very thankful for that, but it did blow the top off one of my jars. So use your vinegar to wipe the tips off, wipe it off, I mean the tops, wipe it off really well because you don't want any of that sticky stuff left on the rim because that can hinder and keep your jars from sealing. So I get this into the water bath canner for 15 minutes and then bring it out and let it sit on the counter for a good, at least 8 hours, but 24 is probably best. All of my jars did seal, and so you want to, before you put them on your shelf or in your pantry, you want to make sure you wipe the jars off really well, just in case there is any jelly or jam residue still left on the outsides of the jar. You don't want any critters to get into your pantry. But take the rims off. I store mine without rims. That's best, just to make sure you don't get a false seal on it. And then, you'll have your jam when you bring it up to put it in the refrigerator. Obviously, you want to put a ring on it, just that one that you're using at the time. But I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and then you'll see how pretty they are here in just a minute. And so we are very thankful to have this seedless raspberry jam. We did split it with my sister. She split with us, I guess I should say, and so I'm very thankful. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, I do canning videos, cooking videos, laundry, grocery hauls, just anything that kind of comes to mind that I think I might want to share with you guys. And if that's something you think you would enjoy, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell notification so that you will know when I upload videos. And right now, you'll probably see me doing a lot of canning because that's just kind of the season I'm in right now. So, thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for sticking to the end. I hope you guys have a great day. See you later. Bye.